Hi friends, Naji here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will be discussing on DeepSeek R1, which is an open source large language model mainly focused on reasoning. It handles the tasks that need to be multi-step problem solving and the logical reasoning. And the model actually trained with the reinforcement learning instead of supervised fine-tuning. So that is why whenever a problem comes, it will be able to figure out the things by its own. Okay, so most of the other large language models are trained with, or they are included supervised fine-tuning in one of their training stages. So in this video, the agenda of this video is that we will be seeing how can we locally install DeepSeek R1 using Ollama, and we'll try to do some inference using the curl command, Ollama curl command. Then we will see how can we replace or how can we use OpenAI completion with DeepSeek R1. So if you guys are using OpenAI completion API, and if you want to switch to Ollama, we can do that very easily without changing anything. Okay, just change the API key and the model, then we will reuse the entire function as it is. Then we will see how can we integrate the Ollama DeepSeek R1 with LangChain. Okay, so first we can see how can we install Ollama. How can install DeepSeek R1 using Ollama. So this is the Ollama website. You guys can search for ollama.com. Okay, so let me select the home page. So this is the home page. You guys can click on the download button and you can continue the steps for the installation for Ollama. Okay, so I have already explained that in my previous videos. So I will add that video link in this comment box. If you want to follow that, you guys can follow that. Otherwise, it is very simple. Just download and follow the step. Then that's it. That's done. Then click on the models. So if you click on the model, we can see they have integrated DeepSeek R1. Okay, so it's updated 2 days ago. So we can just click on this one. So they are actually providing different types of models: 1.5 billion parameters, 7 billion, 8 billion, 14 billion, 32, 70 and 67 billion, 671 billion parameters are they are also providing different models like this. So what we are going to do, we are going to run the smallest one. Okay, so that is the Ollama run 1.5 billion parameters. So just copy this, and after the install of Ollama, you guys can just click on this. Okay, copy and paste Ollama run DeepSeek R1 1.5 billion parameters. Okay, so in my case this is already downloaded, that is why it's coming to this window. Otherwise it will take some time. It is nearly 1.5 GB, 1.1 or 1.5 GB size, so it will take some time based on your internet connectivity. So here I can do the direct chat. Okay, how can I assist you? Who are you? Okay, so I am a DeepSeek and provider. So it says about that. Okay, so let me close it. Okay, so the first agenda is done. So we have installed that. You guys can also follow the same method, same installation method to download the DeepSeek R1. Now we can try to do a curl command. So I can use the HTTP localhost, okay, 11434, which is the endpoint. I can use, this is the Ollama endpoint. I can use generate -d. Here we need to specify the model. The model will be DeepSeek R1. I am going to use 1.5 billion parameters. Okay, now I can specify the prompt. I can say that write a 10-line short poem about the stars. Okay, now we can close it. Let me see, execute it. So it says about the poem. Okay, hopefully it's maybe 10 lines, I don't know but it's running. Okay, so relatively faster this one. So we used the smallest one, right? 1.5 billion parameters. So anyway, it's in progress. Okay, we can wait. So it's done, right? Okay, so this is very simple to execute the curl command, and also we can similar way I can run the curl command for the chat also, so that I will show you that. So this is 11434 is the endpoint. I can use API/chat, then we can use the curly bracket. Here also I can specify the model. So model will be DeepSeek R1 1.5 billion parameter. Okay, since it is a chat, I can mention the messages, and I can say the role will be user role, right? This is the user role, and I can mention the content. The content will be, I can say, write a poem with 100 characters about the stars. So let me close all those bracket. Let me see. So it's here we can see it is also returning very quickly, but the prompt is not working as expected. So it is definitely it is more than 100 characters. Yeah, maybe it's because of poem. Okay, so we'll wait. Yeah, definitely we can adjust the prompt. Okay, still in progress. Okay, we'll see. Okay, curl command is very easy to implement. That's why I want to show it first. Maybe let me stop it. That may be best. Okay, let me stop it. Okay, so that's it about the curl command. Now we can see how can we implement using the OpenAI compatibility or OpenAI completion API. Okay, so for that, what we need to do first, we need to pip install OpenAI. So once that is done, what we can do, we can just do a from OpenAI we can import the OpenAI. Okay, now we can specify the client. Okay, so the client, so this is what is interesting. So instead of within the OpenAI, I can specify the base URL as Ollama base URL, that is HTTP, as we just mentioned, is a localhost 11434/v1/. Okay, so this is the base URL. Now what we need is we need API key, right? So this is a dummy API key. I can mention the Ollama. Okay, so instead of specifying the model and the API key, we can mention the base URL and the API key. Okay, now we can see the chat completion. I can use client.chat.completions.create. Here I can mention messages. I can mention a role here. The role will be user, not user warning, sorry, must be user. Then I can say content will be, say this is a test. Okay, now actually we are getting some error, so let me correct this. Okay, now we need to specify the model. So the model will be DeepSeek R1 1.5 billion parameter. Okay, so let me execute it. We'll see the result. So let me add some more cells here. So if your configurations are good, you may get the answers quickly. Okay, still it's taking some time. Let me check my spellings are correct. DeepSeek R1 colon 1.5 billion parameters. This is correct, and there is a spelling mistake. So this is a test. Okay, we'll see. Maybe let me stop this. Should not be taking this much time. Let me stop and let me restart it. Restart is done. Now let me execute it. Okay, it's done. Now I can use chat completion. Here we can see the maybe chat completion choices dot 0. Okay, 0 dot message dot content. So this is the result. Okay, I am DeepSeek R1. I am a assistant independently delivered to the by the Chinese company DeepSeek Inc. For the details. Okay, so please refer the official documentation. So it's giving something, some details. Okay, now what we can do, we can see. So these are some template I want to see. So the main agenda is that I want to see that how we can be easily replaced with the OpenAI. Okay, now we can see the text completion also. For that I can use client.completions.create. We can select the model. So model is DeepSeek R1 1.5 billion parameter, and here I can see prompt. The prompt will be, I can ask, say this is a test. Okay, this can be assigned to a result. Okay, that is done. I can print the result here. So this same also, I am say this is a test. So the reply said no, I am a assistant created exclusively by DeepSeek AI, and it says something about the it's AI, the same thing that is it is saying. Okay, now we can see some other APIs also. We can, if you want to see the models that is already installed here, I can say that models.list can be called. So this will return the available models in my machine. Okay, so this is how we can easily replace OpenAI with the Ollama local models. Okay. Now the last one that we can discuss, how can we use the LangChain with DeepSeek R1. Okay. For that, first I can import LangChain Ollama. So ensure that you have installed pip install LangChain Ollama, and we can install chat Ollama. Okay, so once that is done, I can use a model. I can create the model, use chat Ollama. So this will be model will be, I can specify model equal to DeepSeek R1 1.5 billion parameters. Okay, here I can do model dot invoke, tell me a joke. Okay, so this done, and so it's actually saying something, some jokes here. So in this way we can easily integrate with the chat Ollama. Okay, so that is all about in this video. I hope this is very clear. So I will share this notebook to GitHub, and you guys can download and you can do your own practice with respect to DeepSeek R1 and Ollama. And if you have any questions, please put in the comment box. I will try to answer that. So please don't forget to put like and subscribe. So that's it. Bye bye.